Earlier, as I began my morning prayers, I read a brief part of St. Faustina's diary, and in it she talks about the heart of the mercy of Jesus, and that it's not just some general sort of abstract idea, but it's real, it's living, it gives life through compassion, through kindness, through the joy of forgiveness, that we hear that we need to have, and the ability to show forgiveness, as we hear in the gospel today. There's a charismatic song that mercy is falling all over like a fresh spring rain. Mercy is falling all over me. If we think about that from the very wound of on the side of Christ, that mercy that flows from his heart, where it flows, is over the entire world. And what that mercy shows us is that we have to have compassion, we have to have kindness, we have to have a heart of Jesus. Yesterday or the day before, for the feast of St. Clair, I was sharing with Father Steve and Father Ken. It was hard for me to understand the office of readings, and there was this mirror, and this understanding of being a mirror image of what we see in Jesus on the cross, that poverty. And if you think about holding up a mirror to yourself and the reflection that you see, what do you see? Do you see a person who is filled with a lot of, uncertainty, anxiety, whatever you might describe that person? Or is that person filled with compassion and mercy? Is that person a beautiful image of Jesus? Jesus on the cross, Jesus in his resurrection. And just before the lockdown, as I think I've mentioned, I had a chance, in Bishop Zubik's place to go to the Holy Land, and walking around all of these places, what I felt, with the tangible feeling of walking along the streets or the section of Capernaum where Jesus would have taught and would have cured so many and healed, was in fact mercy. Was in fact mercy. I stood in the spot that he was crucified. What I felt was mercy in his compassion that he showed us, his poor children. What I felt really was that generous portion of God's grace, that God's grace that he gives us each and every day. What there's left to do then is to go and show that mercy, show that compassion, show that kindness. In the world today, I think we live, we need a little kindness. In the political arena now, the other, and on the Democratic side, the vice presidential candidate was chosen and announced, and right away you hear all the stuff going back and forth. And if we can just stop, and if we could do that in our own lives, and maybe we have an issue with a relative or a friend, if we can just stop and live in the compassion and kindness of God's mercy, that's just not some general idea, but has to be something that we live towards and from in the heart of Jesus, then I think we would understand even more what it is that Jesus tells us to do in the gospel today, to forgive 7 times 70. So today, think about how you might show mercy. Think about how God has shown you mercy and compassion. And then go and do the same. Because that's the reflection, that's the image that we want to show the world, that we follow. The image of true divine mercy showed to us of Jesus on the cross, giving his blood for the world.